Yo, welcome back to the Stay Off My Grass podcast. We got another episode 4. With me, I got my boy,
Yeah,
Jay Brad, aka Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
We we got Wop, young Whopper over here.
WAP in the building.
And then we got Gary. What's going on?
What's
So we're
going
gonna
on?
kick it off today. We had a lot of stuff going on in the week. We gonna react to that Draymond. Yeah, it was a slow week a little bit, but we're gonna react to that Draymond KD interview. Like, what was y'all like first impressions, or what was y'all reaction when y'all seen it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just
Who
like
will go first?
they
Wop,
ganged
it's on
up.
you.
They ganged up to beat. That was my impression. They ganged up to beat Braun. Basically, that was my first impression of it.
So,
Well,
what did
because
y'all think
the
of the?
biggest
What did you think of the? Who was it? Whose fault was it because of the breakup? Because Draymond was like, "Well, how much of it was my fault?" That the argument they had against the Clippers and all that other shit. Like, in that sense, is like, is KD soft for that, or is Draymond took it too far, or what y'all think in that conversation? Like, in that situation.
Um, I'm gonna say, I mean, it's just basketball emotions. Like you make a bad play and that shit carries on. What KD said, he was like, it was going on for a while and nobody said anything. So I think the shit just built up and then it like the emotion led on the court.
he did
And
Yeah,
blame.
I
and,
agree with that.
and then what Draymond said was like, yo, everybody was pressing the issue like I should go apologize, and that made him not want to apologize because he felt like he wasn't wrong.
Right? You can't be mad at that either.
It was something. It was something that KD and
I mean, yeah,
Draymond
but
had to
he
figure
was
out.
wrong though, because he made what was it, that stupid ass play where what did he do? Shoot that shit from half court or
No,
some nut
no.
shit
So
instead of giving
Nah,
it
what
to
he
he
turned the
did
KD.
ball
was
over.
it was no, it wasn't. It was like a few seconds left in regulation, and Draymond got the rebound and he dashed down the court just to turn it over. Like he didn't get a shot up. So then
Oh
KD
yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
pass the ball, and then he basically just looked at him and was like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna do that."
But is
So
that
then,
KD fault though for knowing the kind of nigga Draymond? Like everybody know the kind of nigga Draymond is. Everybody know he got a mouth and he got an attitude and all that other shit. So is that a little bit on KD to be
No,
like,
he
oh, now
said
he cussing me out, like now I'm offended, like you know what I'm saying?
he called him the B word, bro. Everybody know on the court you don't even
Ah,
play with the B word, bro. That's the main
right,
word of what
right.
they heard him
Hey,
saying.
say that
He
again, Wop.
called him the
Say that
B
again,
word,
Wop.
bro. That is one thing you don't say on the court, bro. You don't call niggas a B
You don't
word
say
on the court,
period.
bro.
You
Fact,
don't
You
call
can
him
say a
a
especially
lot
a
of
period.
things,
teammate.
bro.
fact.
Especially, bro. Like what? I could see if we was on the opposite side, you call me a B because I wanted the ball at the end of the game, nigga, and I'm deadly and I can hit the shot. What the fuck?
Yeah, I
What's
agree.
wrong with you?
Yeah. So reviewing
But yeah,
the footage, they had a timeout and nobody took a timeout to advance the
yeah,
ball or at
Steve
least
Kerr
stop
didn't
the
take that
ball.
timeout.
So I mean,
Af-
it's a bad situation. But you think about it, it's the
Steve Kerr.
Warriors.
Steve Kerr is
But
on
it's the
yeah,
your on
and then
your
Warriors.
they
So
ass
you think,
handled
too.
it bad.
That's
yeah.
on your ass too, Steve Kerr.
I mean,
That's
they
another
they
one.
said that the GM and Steve Kerr was ganging up on Draymond and held him up 2 times for like an hour
Yeah.
and 30 minutes.
Well, I think that like they
So
wasn't as together as they needed to be either because like the way that Katie was describing it was like, well, the shit happened and then everybody just went their separate ways on like, you know what I'm saying?
They just
Like I feel
pretend
like
like
if
it
you
never
together
happened.
as a unit, you know what I'm saying? Like as a team, then like y'all gonna have like a group conversation about it. And then Katie was like, well, since we didn't have a conversation, like that just made
So
them.
so let me ask you something that I heard. What do you think? Where should it Clay been and where should Steph been as like the
In
Splash
terms of
Brothers in
his
the face of the Warriors? You know what I'm saying? Like you think about the Warriors, you think about Steph, you think about Clay. So where was their like I guess their say to say like, yo,
Well, I
why
feel
let's
didn't
like
they
bring this shit back together.
I feel like
mediate
Steph
the
was like
situation?
kind of yeah. I feel like Steph has always been like the middle or like the you know what I'm saying the mediator of the whole team. Like without him, I feel like a lot of them niggas didn't mesh or like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like he's kind of like that glue guy too. So I think it was his responsibility. But then at the end of the day, like I said, like it seemed like Katie the way he was describing it that everybody kind of had their own agenda. Like you know what I'm saying they knew that they was gonna win, but everybody was just like, all right, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, and he was like Clay gonna
right,
come whenever he come and all this other shit. So it was just like they just kind of approached it like, well, we the best niggas in the league, so we ain't really gotta, you know what I'm
We
saying,
gonna
all
win
that other
anyway.
shit. Yeah, we gonna win anyways. So without building that like real
Right.
team, like, and when they face that adversity, then you get soft niggas like KD. I still think that was pretty soft though, because I feel like just growing up and just being around basketball and then knowing how emotional niggas get, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait,
of course niggas step out of
question,
pocket. Go
question.
ahead.
But if a
A quick question. I have a question, Regan. Has your teammate ever called you a bitch?
Oh no. That's a fight, but that's still a friendly fight though.
Oh,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that's still
So,
within the
so you
team.
wanted them to? Oh, you wanted them to fade in the locker room, is what you're saying?
They
Just
could, but I'm just
get it
saying
out the
like that's
way.
something that you handle. Yeah, that's something. Yeah,
Cause,
like I don't.
cause what's soft
Who did
about?
anybody fade on the team? I feel like niggas faded on the team all the time. Niggas used to be like, "Oh man, meet me on the Cougar." Then you niggas talking all this hot shit. Meet me on the Cougar.
Nigga, it
Like
never
that's the
got it
typical.
never got to that. It never got to that because once we lock, nigga, it's basically a wrap. You ain't passing the nigga all year. So niggas don't
basically, yeah, I
actually
feel
get
you
to
on
a
that.
fight. Nobody ever actually get to a fight. You feel me?
Nah,
But in terms of that, you wanted them to what square up or something? Like they wasn't gonna square up, and they all just ganged up on Draymond because they didn't want him to fight. They didn't want to get into it, and he said it was Draymond's fault. So they got on Draymond. Draymond said, "Man, y'all gonna mess this up. Y'all gonna make him want to leave because Katie said like it was a situation. It was how they handled it, how the front office handled it. Like they basically like made put all the pressure. It was like Draymond, you better apologize or else, and this and this, and then it wasn't even that. It didn't have to be all that. Katie even said like it didn't have to be all that. Like he could just came. We could have talked. It could have been that. You didn't have to suspend him and tried to hang him in front of the whole league. So that's basically like what KD was like, man, y'all was doing too much. Basically, he said it turned him off, so he had to leave him.
yeah.
I don't think it was
Based
soft.
on
But
the
Nah, I don't think it
Quan.
was soft.
I think Draymond will get traded because of that interview. I feel he threw
You
the
think so?
management under the
Nah,
bus.
I don't
Mm.
think so, bro. I think their
After
bro,
watching it
relationship
the
is only
second time,
established. I think
I
their
mean, they
nah,
traded
relationship's already
Iggy. I didn't see
established.
that shit coming. He
they
went
didn't
on the
trade
internet
Iggy.
too,
They
or he
didn't
went on
trade Iggy.
interviews
They
talking
didn't
that hot
trade
shit
Iggy.
too. Yes, they
They
did.
didn't
They let
trade
that
Iggy.
nigga. Yeah,
I thought
on me,
they
they
he
traded him to
didn't.
Memphis.
I thought
He
he
did
didn't
that interview
re-sign
with the
with them.
Breakfast Club, and then I want to say like a week or two, or whenever they came
they
back,
traded
he was
Iggy.
gone.
Oh, that was a little deeper than that was deeper than Raptor.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, like I was playing and I had a fucked up, like he had a like a broken leg or something, and then the doctors never told him, and then he went on the interview and was saying that shit and was just basically bashing the front office. And I want to say like 2 weeks later, that nigga was out
Bro,
of there. He was like,
he said it was racism in the organization. No, in an interview
That
with the Breakfast Club, he wrote a book about what
yeah,
was
he was
going
promoting his
on.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a long
So ain't no
situation.
telling that podcast that
I could.
Draymond got might get him shipped
I could,
out of.
But isn't he back on the
all right.
Warriors now? Iggy?
Yeah, every signed. I mean, yeah, they signed him.
Yeah, I think
But did
so.
it really?
Yeah,
He
he's
went
Yeah,
back
back
to the
on there.
Warriors.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow,
I
that's
think he
crazy.
did.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they
After
repaired
the
their
Heat let him
relationship.
go.
Yeah, I mean,
Jake,
but like I said, I feel like that's a Steph Curry. Like everybody loves Steph so much. Like it's kind of like your family grandma, nigga. Like once your family grandma gone, and it's like the whole family just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Draymond
even
is the
really even
heart of
fuck
the
with you like
team.
that.
Draymond is the heart of the team. If he could call KD a bitch and he's still on the team, he ain't getting traded. Because remember when he did that, everybody was like, "Oh, bro, they about to trade Draymond." Everybody said that when he
Yeah,
made KD uncomfortable, they like, "Oh, they about to
So
trade Draymond."
if you could trade Draymond for Ben Simmons, you wouldn't do it.
that's a
How
good
the hell?
trade. I don't give a fuck about none of that because them
What?
two the same niggas. They the same niggas.
Wow. No, they not.
Make Ben Simmons set screens more for Steph, or like have just pick up another nigga that's gonna just all he do is set screens for Steph. Then I might
Man,
do that, but.
look, I'm not gonna have a lot of this Ben Simmons slander on this podcast. Man, I'm not gonna have a lot of this because you
That's
niggas was
not.
not saying this last. Because nigga, this is all new slander. Nobody was
It's
on
not
his
new.
head last year. Last year, y'all knew he couldn't shoot for shit. Y'all niggas was not on his head. So now I don't want that new slander. You feel me?
Mm,
This nigga was an
I
all star
mean,
Them
last
that's
year, bro, for
debatable.
the last 3
That's
years.
debatable
I don't
because
want that new
Giannis got
slander
the
that
same
y'all got.
slander. Giannis got the same slander when they got swept last year to the Heat or whatever, and then niggas was like, man, he got
He
exposed
ain't
for
get
his
swept,
jump
bro.
shot. So it's just like, as a rite of passage. It's like, all right, you getting exposed. The way that he was playing against Philly or against Atlanta is like,
I mean,
I mean,
y'all
Trey
niggas
Young was.
even Embiid said something like, "Yo, I don't even know what the fuck Ben Simmons doing."
Right?
So it's like you got your own teammate talking about you don't know like what the future holds. It's like
I'm just saying,
you
let's
might as well
not
just.
start pretending like he weak, bro. Cause on
That,
2K
He
he was
not
saving
weak.
niggas,
I mean,
he was saving niggas
I mean,
lives
bro,
on 2K. So let's not
oh,
nobody,
forget.
nobody saying
wanted
he
him on
weak
draft
though.
night. They basically offered him to the whole league, and nobody said no,
Yeah.
and nobody said yeah. So that tells you alone, like his value.
Yeah. So,
He
and I
can
don't
And
even
play.
know
that,
if he's gonna
and
come back.
that relationship with the Sixers is basically broken. I would think after all the
Right?
slander and
That's what I'm saying.
like people shopping me around, I wouldn't come back. But
It's weird because you would think, right? But the nigga's still on the team, and he doesn't plan
I mean,
on.
they're not going.
He
That's
has
They
because
not.
want to get
they
like a
want a
fair
lot for him
trade.
too. They want a
Yeah,
lot
like
for him too. Like
so
I'm
they
pretty
just
sure it's a
gonna
couple
either
teams out
wait
there
for his
that
value to go up
that ain't gonna
mid
happen.
season at All Star break, because he played better in the season as he does in the playoffs.
But
Like in
how?
the
It's
season,
just
he looked
like,
good,
of course, yeah. Because when the game slowed down, he can't shoot for shit.
right?
Yeah.
But when it sped up, that's why if he played on the Warriors, nigga. First of all, the Warriors would be what? First of all, way better than the Suns for one, and then they be way
I
better than the Suns for one. They
mean,
be
they will give
contenders
y'all
with the
niggas a work in
Lakers.
the playing
They
game
be
for sure.
contenders
They
with
would
the Lakers
definitely
if
give y'all a run. I was like, whoa,
you trade
they got Denver
Draymond and
now.
Wiggins in a pick for Ben Simmons, Clay, and Steph is ridiculous.
That's a
Yeah,
hell of
y'all
a
gotta
playing
stop
game.
sleeping
That's
on
a
Ben
hell of a
Simmons like
playing
he
game for
ain't
y'all.
like he not a
Nobody was. I
20, 10,
wasn't
and 10.
sleeping on Ben Simmons. I actually
Let's
wasn't
not do
doing
this. I just don't want that happening. Like when he go to another team, like, oh, I can't believe he's balling. I don't want to hear that. When he's
No,
getting
I know he could
it's
25
play.
and
but
7
then
and
we
8,
had
I
this
don't want to
debate
hear
all
that.
the time. Why a nigga's not weak, he a better fit. He would be a better fit in Golden State than he would be in Philly. I mean, granted, he run the offense in
Exactly.
Philly, but like if he went over in Golden State and he all he got to do is just pass to shooters, like what nigga? That's what LeBron's been asking for the last 10 years. Like, you know what I'm
Well,
saying? So it's just
Exactly.
like all you got
well,
to do is pass to shooters.
I don't think the 76ers actually. Well, everybody says this every year, but I feel like they have so much invested in the Ben Simmons. He was the number one pick, and he was an All Star. See, when you an All Star, you come in the office like, so you gonna trade me, nigga? Like I just was an All Star for 2, 3 years, but this year it was the first year your value went down, and you passing up shots at the rim. So now we don't need you. Now you don't have no leverage to be in my office talking about your All Star. Now we can trade your ass. But now
And
we
B
got to
took that spot.
convince. We got to
And
convince.
like I
Yeah, we
said,
got to.
and Draymond do the
Yeah,
same shit. Draymond do the same shit over in Golden State, but it just get a pass because don't nobody really want to watch Draymond score anyway. So it's just like you'd rather, like he said all the time, he's like, why would I shoot when I got two of the greatest shooters of all time? And that make a
nobody
whole lot of
sets up
sense.
Steph Curry. Nobody sets up Steph
Hmm.
Curry better than Draymond.
Yeah,
Nobody.
and that's the part. That's the part that like Ben
Nobody.
Simmons would have to, or they would have to replace. And I don't know if, like, and it's like also another like you know what I'm saying like Draymond do like the other shit that's not on the stat sheet, just like the hard ass screens and like every team need an enforcer. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got two soft
Hmm.
niggas like Steph. And I wouldn't say Clay is soft, but like I feel like Steph is kind of soft. So it's just like you need that nigga that's going, hey man, you're not about to push Steph
Light
and all this
skin,
other shit.
bro. Come on now. He light
Yeah.
skin. Light skin, bro. That's all.
So yeah, you need that, but so do you think that like with that being said, like I was having this debate too, is that since Westbrook is the same kind of firecracker, like do you think that the same shit is gonna happen in LA? You know what I'm saying with LeBron, like Westbrook gonna get too passionate, and then now we're gonna be hearing in the locker room, oh LeBron and Westbrook don't get along because he done called him some weirdo or you know what I'm saying, some shit like that on court. Because I can see it
I mean,
happening.
they homies.
Nah.
They homies,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
They
That's what I'm saying. It's
homies.
Yeah,
different.
they got
It's
a
At the
different.
end of
relationship,
the
bro.
day,
Yeah. It's different.
They got an actual relationship.
they've known each
All
other in
the
the
But
league for years.
all the
So
vets, bro. It's a veteran team. Like
the thing, like another thing I was talking about too is that like my biggest thing for y'all is like chemistry wise is like because you know how like the season goes up and downs, like niggas go on 5 game winning streaks, niggas go on 3 game losing streaks. You know what I'm saying? And plus y'all got like the easiest schedule in the fucking league on the first half. Like if y'all come out and y'all or like if y'all lose and y'all have like games against like OKC, Memphis, and then y'all lose to the fucking Kings on like 3 games in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does Westbrook say something? and or like does it just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you think that is gonna go in the locker room? You know what I'm saying? Because
I feel that
as a fan, when you watching, you like, man, what the fuck is going on? You cut on Skip and Shannon, them niggas is like, oh, I don't know what the niggas is gonna do. They not looking like championship contenders, and that shit kind of like trickle down to everybody. So I'm just like, how y'all gonna handle that, like mentally, or what do you think is gonna happen?
It don't matter what happens. It don't matter what happens in the locker room. They're gonna get it
yeah, I
together. They're
feel
grown men. These not high heads,
exactly.
bro. These not 23-year-olds.
Yeah, they
These are
all gonna have
grown
their
Whatever happened
men.
voice.
in the locker room is gonna stay in the locker room.
And I
As
They
it
feel like
should
that
can
make
be.
it even worse though. If you're a grown man and
can
you
get
got a
into
nigga
it.
disrespecting you as a grown man, no, meaning that he knows better than not to disrespect you, like that make it even worse. And
Have
I feel
I
like
who
feel it's gonna
Westbrook,
be disrespect.
I don't
who
I
think
don't
has
he'll
know,
get to
Westbrook
that
man.
dis?
point.
I feel like
Who has
Westbrook, he a
Westbrook ever
LA nigga.
disrespected?
He a LA nigga, and then he on his team, so it's just like I feel like not too many niggas can tell him shit outside of Ariza because he from LA too. So like I don't know if he gonna be over here listening or following the leadership of a nigga from Akron talking about some LA Lakers shit,
Bro,
and it's just
no,
like
but
nigga, what?
that's different.
You looking
That's
at it
different, bro.
you're looking
You
at it a
talk
Like can
different way.
LeBron really speak
you're
on Lakers shit?
nah,
This
bro.
is
You're looking
LeBron
at it.
James,
This is
bro.
LeBron. Like
This
LeBron
is
is
one of the greatest
universal.
players of
Okay,
all
and nigga,
time, bro.
if I gave y'all niggas a jersey, and you know what I'm saying, like no matter what, y'all niggas diehard Laker fans and cried, sweated, and all this other shit for the team. Like, how would you feel though about another nigga telling you some shit about your team that you know what I'm saying, like you know how the Laker way is, you know how much weight come with that Laker shit. So it's just like I feel like,
If
and then
we
Magic and shit talk about it a lot, like, well, Dennis Schroeder wasn't a Laker, or them niggas ain't Lakers because they don't understand. So it's just like, you think that LeBron fully understand it just because he's LeBron? Like, I feel like y'all give
Yes.
that nigga a pass a lot.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
Bro,
Listen,
Bron
yeah, he
has
understands.
been in and
Come
out.
on,
He's
bro.
been in and out of LA his whole career. Just because he
right?
played in Cleveland, bro, the stars be in LA all the time.
Yeah,
He
That
has a
don't mean
house now
shit.
in LA. He's had a
That has
house in
nothing to
Le-
do
LA
with
for
playing for the
years.
team. That has nothing to do with playing for the team and interacting with the fans and knowing how Laker fans actually are. Because, like I said, I feel like if this season don't go as planned, or if y'all don't make a deep run, niggas is getting traded. Like y'all underestimate how fast y'all turn on niggas. Like you know what I'm saying. Like if AD get hurt again in the playoffs, or if something happen to him again, like niggas gonna be like, all right, it's time to ship AD up out of here. Like, and that's just how Laker fans are. But I don't think y'all know that about yourselves, or do y'all identify or recognize like we
We had
turn
the
on niggas
discussion
fast?
already. We had the discussion, and uh,
That's just basketball though.
yeah, AD getting hurt depending on because he does get hurt. Let's just say the pattern consumes, right? It continues.
Right.
If AD does get hurt, hopefully it's like midway through the season where he don't miss too many games. But even then, like somebody's gonna fill his void, whether it's Westbrook, whether it's Melo, or even like Kent Bazemore putting up a little bit more points. Somebody gonna
Okay,
pick up the load.
so yeah, Watts,
LeBron,
elaborate on that shit because you said some nut shit earlier this week too. You was like Westbrook is gonna take more of the load and other niggas is gonna fall back. Like, speak on that because you
Exactly
didn't
that's
really
as
what
he should.
respond back in the group chat because I think you realized it.
exactly what Gary is alluding to. If AD misses 20 games as he does every other season with an injury, nagging
Right.
injuries, you have Westbrook that's gonna fill in the load. Oh, we missing 10 to 15 rebounds from AD. Oh, okay. Russ, we need you to get 15 rebounds tonight. We need you to lead the way. We need you to lead the offense. And Bron is he might or might not play tonight. Oh, Bron not gonna play the next night. Hey, Russ, we need you to get a triple double for us to play the Kings tonight. You know, it's road night. Bron don't want to play. AD hurt. Hey, Russ, we need you to get 22, 15, and 11. Can you do that? Shit. Hell yeah, I can do that. Give me the
That's
ball.
easy.
Oh, okay. Good looking, Russ. Oh, hey, Russ. Hey,
Russ
man.
is a
Hey,
player that can carry the
But
team.
it's
then
easy work, man.
but I don't see him transitioning to all right playoff time. I'm over here averaging a triple double. Now AD and LeBron is back. Hey Westbrook, I got this. All right,
But
fourth quarter, I
Regan,
got.
Regan,
I know you've been that nigga all year, but I got
Regan,
it now.
You want a
Like
ring,
what?
bro. It's
Regan.
different when you
He
want
want
a
a
Remember,
ring.
ring.
remember,
You
remember
want
how
a
you
ring,
said
bro.
this? You said this, Regan. You said that when you get to playoffs, really only five. No, I'm sorry,
Seven,
seven
like
to eight,
5 to 7. Yeah.
yeah, 7 to 8 people play. So like,
Mm-hmm.
why wouldn't there be enough ball to go around for Westbrook to get his shine?
Forget his.
That's
If
And
that's
for
what
because
he,
everybody
every
else to
if
get
that's
possession,
his.
what he want.
in the playoffs, every possession is stretched out. Every possession is more meaningful. So it's like we don't in the playoffs. You don't have time for Westbrook to go 8 for 24. Like you don't have
Well,
the
maybe he
time
don't
to
want
like
to. He
let
don't
him
have to.
fill out the game. Like you know what I'm saying. What do you mean you don't have to?
We
You don't
don't.
have
We
to
don't
put up.
need
You
him.
don't have to
He
put up
doesn't need
24 shots.
he
You
doesn't
don't
That's
have
what
to
I'm
he
put up
saying.
doesn't need
Look at
24
his
shots.
he
stats
doesn't need to
though.
score he doesn't
On what
have to
team
score
does he
30
not
points a
shoot a
night.
lot?
But
On what
he
team
I'm
doesn't
does
okay
he
have
with
to
not
him
score
putting
shoot a
up
30.
lot?
15 shots. I'm okay with 15,
What on
14
what team
shots.
did he shoot 15 shots, Jarville?
Let
On
me
This
the
is the
bring
first.
it.
on the
This is
Lakers
first team.
on the Lakers,
This is
man.
first. This is
Bring it.
first
On the
time with two.
Lakers.
Listen,
This is first time with two superstars ever
It's
in
since
the
not.
Yeah,
since
It's James Harden and
actually.
KD.
since
No,
early
they
that
was
was
younger.
early
OKC
in his
days,
career. That's different.
listen, since early OKC days, he has been the number one option. He's not the first option.
This is the third.
Since he
And
played
then
since he played with James Harden and Kevin Durant, whatever, they were young, they did what they did, and they were good at it. It didn't work out. Cool. After them two left, he became number one option and has been number one option ever since. I last year with Washington, I don't know what their situation was, but Bradley Beal, I don't know what that was. I
yeah,
don't
he
know
was
if he was
hurt
the
a
one.
lot,
I don't
but
know if he. I don't know
he
if he
took
was
the
the one or
ring.
the two. Right. So this is the first time I would say since his young career that he's not number one. So he doesn't need to throw up 20 shots.
And so what you're trying to convince me for the first time in a nigga's career that's not number one and he's still in his prime, it's gonna be an easier transition for him to fall back. Is what you're trying to convince me right now.
Right. Because
I
when he
mean,
was with the
That makes
Rockets,
no
so
fucking sense.
so so when he was with the Rockets, he wasn't the number one option. James Harden was.
How did that
Okay,
go,
but them two
Regan?
niggas butted heads, huh?
That went pretty well. It
What?
was going pretty well. That
Oh, when
season
them
went
niggas
pretty
got
well
bounced in the
by
what
the
in
Lakers.
Houston?
By the Lakers.
Like I
If they
said,
hadn't played
Westbrook
us, they would have been.
made a
They
nigga
would have been
want to
pretty
leave his
far.
own team.
They
Like, how you make a
the,
nigga want to leave his own team?
That was
oh,
coaching.
James Harden been wanted to get out of there.
Oh yeah, that was coaching,
Yeah.
bro. He been wanting to get out of there.
So
He
how
been
did
wanted
y'all
to get
feel
out
since y'all niggas some Westbrook fans now? Like, how did y'all niggas feel about that
of
85 overall? Since all you
there.
niggas is Westbrook lovers,
So
how
disrespect.
y'all
It's so
niggas feel about that
disrespectful.
85?
I'm not tripping on
It's
that
so
85.
disrespect. It's so
I thought it was
disrespectful.
fair.
Yeah, they made DeRozan a 90, but Westbrook at 85. No
DeRozan is a
disrespect to
90?
What?
DeRozan. I
You
think
shut the
DeRozan
hell
is a
up.
90.
That's
You gotta
a
go.
Where you
cap.
see
I mean,
that
That's
but
at?
cap,
DeRozan's hooping
bro.
though.
This
I
game.
seen
Where
This
you
it
shit
on
see
is
that
Twitter,
shit
bro.
fucking
at?
disrespectful.
If
This shit
DeRozan's
is
a
so
I
90,
seen
fucking
it
Book
on.
better be a
disrespectful. I'm about to
91.
start. I'm about to cuss. I'm about to
Book
cuss
better be
niggas
a
out, bro.
91
This
or a
shit just so
92.
disrespectful, bro. JJ, when I fucking tell you, how many times is fucking DeRozan had a triple double? Even
That has nothing to
he
do with
can't
it.
even. But damn, like it's just
He's
ridiculous,
not a
bro. I just
91,
can't
or
believe it,
he's not a 90 for sure. That's a fact. But
bro. What did he
I don't
do
think
on the
that Westbrook.
Gary? Gary said he did
Yeah.
something. What the fuck? What the fuck did he do this year? What
Who?
did he
Who?
do?
The
The
DeRozan?
nigga didn't
DeRozan?
even. The nigga didn't even get in the
They didn't make the
plan.
playoffs.
What did he do? What did he do?
I mean, but
He was
DeRozan
nice though.
What did he
individually,
do?
bro, it's
JJ,
DeRozan.
what the fuck did he do? Can somebody
Well, he
tell
didn't
me
do
what he
nothing.
did this year?
He did. He just did
I agree.
DeRozan
I agree
basically.
with you on that one.
Because
I agree
all
with you on
Westbrook
that one.
did
He
was
should not.
average a triple double. All he did was average a triple double and won 2 playing games to get in the playoffs. After they was shit, they was terrible in the first 40 games. He just dragged their ass back to the playoffs and averaged a triple double. That's all. But
Yeah,
what
he
the?
was hurt back and forth too in the
I
beginning of
can't.
that season.
I cannot believe this. 2K killed me. Y'all
Yeah,
But
killed me.
yeah,
he
Y'all
I
killed
know.
said
me
I know.
too.
D
85.
Book better be a
85?
85.
91.
He should have
85,
been. He should
bro.
have at
Oh yeah,
least been
Mikael
a. He
Bridges.
should have
Yeah,
been a.
Mikael Bridges
He should have
86.
been a
Westbrook
90.
85. Nah,
Or at least
Bro,
at
I know.
89.
I know. Mikael
I
Bridges
get
could
89.
How's Mikael Bridges overall
This game disrespectful,
higher than
bro. This
Westbrook?
game is disrespectful as fuck,
As
bro.
Like
defense, he
what?
has to guard
That don't make no.
LeBron.
That don't make no sense.
I
He has
know
to
why
guard
he.
LeBron all
I
first
know
round,
why
all
he's.
six
I know
games.
why he at 86 because he a garbage man's Kawhi. So I know why he at 86. But
He's
Russ
not
should
even
not be at
close. He's not even
85.
touching Kawhi.
He's a
Not even
garbage man.
close.
Yeah, like a garbage man's Kawhi because he
Not
play
even
defense
garbage. Like
and he can
not
shoot.
even
Yeah, like a
garbage.
garbage
No,
man.
I
Michael
He's
wouldn't
like
even
Bridges.
a
say garbage. Like what's under garbage? Like
bro. They gave him an 86. What are you talking about? You sitting there. You sitting there backing his 86.
and he a 3-and-D
He's
though.
not
I
at
feel like
86.
Kawhi's a bad comparison. Like who's a
That is a.
He's
I
knockoff
said
like
a
Kawhi?
garbage
80.
man, bro.
I feel
I
like
said a garbage
Terrence,
man,
whatever that
bro.
nigga name, Terrence Mann is like a garbage
Terrence Mann.
Kawhi. Yeah, to me he's a garbage Kawhi.
He
Like
is.
they
He
do
is,
kind of the
brother.
same things. Kind of got the same kind of, you know what I'm
No,
saying,
I
game.
feel like Mikael got the same stature, more like that Kawhi. They both 6'7",
Nah,
both long wingspan, and shoot
he
corner
Nah,
he.
threes and shit.
I would say he a garbage Sean Marion. I know y'all niggas probably don't remember that because y'all really don't watch
Nah,
basketball.
stop it.
Oh
Sean
wow.
Sean
Marion, he
Marion
was
was
he
that
was
good.
pretty. He was actually pretty nice. He was one of
I
the most
I
athletic dudes in the league. That's why he was
I
bouncy.
used to hate Sean Marion.
That jumper, because I was waiting for that jumper all game. Like, here you go with this weak ass jumper in the corner,
Then he'd go to the free throw line and make the free throws, bro. What the
Bro,
heck?
man,
oh
he's a
God.
shooter.
Like, damn, what is
He's
wrong?
a
This nigga's
shooter.
like, why does he
Man,
shoot
Matrix.
bro.
like this? Cause
Man.
and this nigga, and he was in 2K as an 89. I'm using this nigga like, bro, I cannot shoot with this nigga, bro.
Oh yeah, I used to get off
And
with him on 2K. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie. I
yeah,
used to love him on 2K. They used
knock
to
him
be like,
he
down.
"Oh
was
shit, you putting
bouncy.
up 30 with Sean Marion?"
He he bouncy. That nigga was bouncy, bro. You know all about Sean Marion.
I know y'all know that A24 is coming up. Do y'all niggas got any plans or any like on that day I'm gonna rock this and
Damn,
blah blah blah
damn,
or
the
how do
show is
y'all
coming up.
celebrate it
I'm
now?
catching a flight that day, so thanks for telling. I'm gonna wear the jersey on my flight, so niggas understand.
Gary,
Yeah, I'm catching a flight that day. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
we'll
I
see
don't
what
have any
you ain't gonna
happens.
plans.
throw in the eights, you ain't gonna
Um,
throw in the dirty eights that you got, or which ones? The Adidas?
The
The
crazy A's and the
yeah,
crazy
he got the
ones.
ones at the boats. You know what I'm talking about? The big ass, like I feel like once he described it as the boats, everybody know which ones he's talking about. Like the white ones that
you
just
got
didn't have no
the crazy
shoestring.
H used to be nice.
No, not the
The
crazy
crazy,
eights. The ones that didn't have shoestrings.
the crazy. Oh, I
They look
don't got
like
those.
fucking moon
The,
shoes.
the Kobe twos.
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
Reebok?
Yeah,
Was
Oh,
it
Nah,
that's
those
Reebok?
are
Adidas.
Adidas.
Oh,
I don't got that one. If I can get a pair of those, I'll rock it for
nah,
sure.
Hmm. Jay,
they
what you
did
gonna do
nice.
for A24? You just gonna be chilling?
I don't know. I think I have to go to work, bro.
Man.
They will be at work all day,
So how did y'all?
literally,
But
from
how did
morning
y'all
to night.
like feel? How did y'all feel though about like after this shit happened, and then like I feel like a lot of fake love and a lot of fake shit started popping out too. Like a lot of niggas that is just like you ain't even really even fuck with Kobe. Like I would feel away. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It was a lot of niggas out there like that. How did that make y'all
That's
feel?
that's that's
it's
life
pros and
though.
cons.
That's how it
It's
is
the
in
pros
life.
and cons.
It's pros and
Yeah.
cons because it's like in the pros, it's like now y'all finally glorifying the nigga that we all know is the great, one of the greatest of all time. Now y'all finally stop disrespecting because bro, niggas used to disrespect Kobe, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah.
on media. Oh my god, niggas was so disrespectful. They did not have him in their top 10. His top 10. I could tell
Yeah.
multiple niggas that's fake. I know multiple niggas that turned switched it up. Stephen A is one of them actually.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
actually is
For
one of
sure.
them. He don't want to say it. He's actually one of them. That nigga used to not have him in his top 10, not have. I'm like, bro, who you talking about? Now when he died, when Kobe passed, man, God rest Kobe's soul. Now Kobe's top 5, dead or alive, don't matter. No matter what. Kobe was a better
That's
passer than people talk about. Oh yeah, Kobe, yeah, he was generous to all communities. And, yeah, okay, he been that. So now you want to acknowledge it? All right, it's cool.
Did any of
It's
y'all
cool,
ever
man.
meet Kobe before?
No.
No.
Y'all ever have?
Uh, he said a deuce. He gave me a deuces at the parade. When I was at the parade, I was like, Kobe. And he looked at me like, yeah.
God,
He
that's
acknowledged you.
crazy. Yeah, I'm
I've
the
been to
only.
three. I've
That's
been to 3 parades, bro. No, 5 actually. Well, four. No. I'm sorry, Regan. I'm sorry.
that's
This is a hard subject for you,
Did you go?
Regan.
Did you go last?
I'm
Well,
sorry
did
for
you go
you,
last
Regan.
year?
nah.
I
What?
don't think it was a parade.
There
No,
wasn't
but
a
did you
parade,
go
bro. What
after?
the fuck?
Did you go after they won?
What you mean? We ain't had no fucking parade. It was a parade.
Yeah,
We
but
had you.
after game
It
six,
was a parade,
everybody
man.
mobbed down to the Staples Center
Everybody
Yeah,
goes
it was.
downtown
It
though,
wasn't.
but
Oh
it
It
yeah, I
wasn't a
wasn't
wasn't.
what you
parade
think it
though.
was. It
for
wasn't.
Yeah, nah.
Like I
as a
said,
For
celebration.
y'all got y'all championship, but it didn't hit as hard.
bro,
I
I was
promise you, it
ready.
did
I'll
not.
be honest to
I was
tell you the
It's
something.
all right. We about
story.
to get a parade. We about to get a parade anyways.
Gary, to tell you the story, I was ready to go down there when Danny Green missed that fucking three. I was ready. Me and all the homies was watching the game. We about to say, Bro, we going to Staples Center. We was ready. Niggas was drunk. Niggas was ready to drive down to Staples Center that night. Then when Danny
Game
missed the
5.
fucking three, niggas just went home. And then on Sunday they won, and I wasn't in LA, so that's what
Jay,
happened.
what about you? Did you
Nah, I
mob
didn't
out?
go. Huh?
You didn't mob down there?
Nah, I didn't go down there.
I still felt like that championship though, like it didn't hit as
I
hard
wore
as
that
I
shit.
thought it was,
Coming
or
from a
I
Suns
feel like
fan,
that shit
bro.
didn't hit as hard as. I
What
mean,
do you
nigga,
got?
I still lived those championships. Like, nigga, when you went outside, nigga, it was nothing but Lakers shit. Like niggas honking the horn and all this other.
That's
Like,
what it
it's like, bro, I don't
was.
even want to leave the house. And it was just
We
like,
was a
That's because
like
dynasty
the
at the
that's because
next
time.
you didn't
At
go
that,
day,
out.
like niggas is going crazy. Niggas is
we
wearing
was a
all these Laker
dynasty
jerseys.
at
Like
that
niggas
time already.
like pulling out
We
these
was a
like
yeah,
all
we
these
was a
old ass
dynasty, bro.
jerseys and shit. And it was just
That's
like
how I
to
felt.
me, it felt like
That's
it
what
was
it
another
was.
day. It felt like
That's how I
another
felt in the
day.
Bay
It
Area.
was a couple of niggas like walking around downtown, and then that was really it. But like I said, we all know how it was when we was kids. Like niggas was going crazy. Like that's all you talk
Right, it
about.
was
Like I
different.
remember 2010, niggas was like, like that was that. As soon as you get the homeroom, that's all we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all watching Lakers tonight, we going crazy, blah 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 da da da. Just like every period, all day long. That's all you hear. Lakers shit,
Legacy,
Lakers shit, Lakers shit.
man. Dynasty, baby. Dynasty.
Yeah.
That's how it's
So I
always
was just
gonna be.
like, that shit ain't hit hard. So that made me feel a little bit better about it. So I was just
Hey,
like,
I'm,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
a
make
little
sure I
better.
invite you. I'll make sure I invite you this summer, this upcoming summer, for when we have one.
Oh
I'll
no,
make
you
sure
can
I
keep
invite you
that.
Yeah,
so you
you
can
gonna come to this
You can keep
parade,
that.
bro?
so you can
All with the
so you can
masks and
experience.
everything.
Y'all can keep
With the
that.
What
Y'all
masks
gotta
and
what
make this book
everything.
first.
Nah,
what the
That's what
Kobe
y'all need
jersey
to do.
on?
Y'all need to build a team and focus to get past the book. Because that's what I was thinking about earlier. Like y'all talk all this championship shit. Like y'all got to get a team to get past book first. Like,
Bud gotta pass himself first, bro.
and then you
Gotta
got to
pass
get
the
past
toes,
CP3
bro.
that's gonna barbecue whichever nigga you put out there. I don't care about none of that shit.
We
First of
stood
all,
we
And then
stood
if
on
you get
that.
hurt,
Russ gonna tear
if we got
CP3 up.
and then we
Bro,
got bouncy
Oh my
campaign
god.
out there.
CP3 can't do the same thing
Campaign
he
gonna
was
come out the
doing.
bench. What does that nigga Stu Lance say? Don't make no new superstars tonight. Cameron Payne, he should have got paid. What did that nigga?
Nah, he
Y'all
didn't do
made that
nothing in the
nigga. He
finals.
ain't played the same. I ain't never
He
seen Campaign play like that. That was
he
the
ain't do
only
nothing in the
time.
he ain't do nothing in the finals though. He didn't keep that same
What is
energy,
up with that?
so
All right, so
it's sad to say
who's
it.
some of the niggas that y'all see that's like a nobody, but like whenever they play the Lakers, like they kill y'all. Like for me, like whenever Ish Smith on the Wizards, like whenever he see the Suns, like that nigga goes crazy, and I'm like, bro, this nigga is buns. But it's just like every time he plays, he get 20, 30 easy, like barbecue.
It's it's
So who's that nigga for
it's a lot
y'all?
of niggas. Well, I know for the playoffs, it was
Who was one
fucking
nigga?
It was Cameron Payne.
What?
I know one nigga. If we just want to go off the top of the head, I just remember that Celtics Tatum, because he know we should have drafted him. So I feel like he remember like, oh nigga, you niggas had the second pick and y'all took Lonzo, like, cause he be giving niggas 40. He be giving niggas. I'm like, oh fuck, we playing Boston, fuck, like damn, like, and we ain't at home either. He gonna give a nigga 40 for sure. Like
It's
Tatum,
really it's,
he remember
Gary?
we had the pick.
What was the question?
Who is a nigga that like may not, or he might be under the radar, or somebody that just come every time they play the Lakers, they give y'all the works, and it's just like I don't understand.
Uh, I don't really know.
Yeah,
Come
not
on
nobody
now.
weak.
I can't.
Not
I heard a
nobody
lot of
weak.
niggas say
I
Malik
can't.
Monk. They was like that's why they was happy that Malik Monk came. They was like, oh man, he used to give us the works, and now he on the squad. So I'm like, okay, I guess he was that nigga for y'all. But like I said, it's Ish Smith and Thomas Bryant. Whenever them two niggas see Suns uniforms, them niggas is going for 30. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Like this shit makes no sense at
Oh,
all.
I wanted to ask you, Regan, going on another topic. I wanted to ask you if you had. I was trying to explain to JJ that Eminem, bro, going on a different topic. Eminem, bro, could wash a lot of people like in verses. Like when you go off
Oh
the
yeah.
hits, bro. When you go off the
Yeah. I
hits,
think
bro, Eminem
yeah.
could get in on some people. JJ was like, oh, like I can get anybody to beat Eminem. And that's how this whole versus idea, like me and JJ versus idea started,
Yeah,
because
so
he was talking shit about Eminem.
wait,
yeah, I think
what you
Eminem
say?
can definitely give niggas the works. I think Eminem can
Anniversary.
give niggas the works on the verses. I don't think too many niggas can fuck with Eminem. But how the fuck did you lose a verses with 21 Savage and Young Thug? Like they saying if you got washed, JJ, what's going on?
Well,
Bro,
Gary
hits,
cheated.
bro.
First of all,
I didn't
I'll
cheat, bro.
say that he was being fair at first, but then I don't know. He just turned into a 21 Savage biggest fan.
But my
Bro.
thing is like 21 Savage shit didn't even age that good to me. So it's just like how the fuck did
That's
you
all
lose
I'm
like Young
saying.
Thug
That's
shit?
that's
Like
I
did
cap.
you
don't
play
know.
Choke? Did
That's
you
cap.
play About the
I
Money?
didn't
Did you
play
go
that.
into like Hook
I didn't play
Bag?
that yet. I didn't. No, I didn't play none of
It's a
that.
couple little
Honestly,
bangers that him and Rich Homie Quan got.
Oh,
I didn't
whoa,
play none of
bro! He
that.
left stuff on the table, bro. That's what I told you. I told you he left stuff
I
on the
didn't.
table. You didn't
Yeah,
play
I
All
say
About
that.
the Money, or you didn't play
I
Real
forgot all about the
Shit
money. I
About
forgot
a
all about
Chick.
the money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Me
a
and
lot of
Chick
No,
got a chick.
I should have played all about the money. I forgot about that song.
That's my hit. Yeah,
yeah.
that's my shit.
Younger
I
Thug
still
really
feel.
had like a whole run, like for real, for
Yeah,
real. Like that shit
I still.
crazy.
I still feel I won a versus though. Honestly,
Bro,
you didn't win. You
hold
didn't
on,
win.
Regan. Hold on,
honestly,
Regan.
I felt like I won a versus,
You
bro.
forget 21 got hits from back then and now, bro.
Yeah, he got a couple. I don't think he fucking
He
with
got hits,
He
Young
played a
bro.
Thug,
couple.
but he
He
got a
played a
couple. It
couple.
depends.
He played
I
a couple.
I feel like if you arranged it right, if you took it serious and like, all right, like I'm gonna really put out 21's best, and you know what I'm saying, like you could put up.
Bro,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I
the verses
did.
with anybody. If you take it serious and be like, all right, like I can really pull out like 21
And
Savage songs. It's like okay,
Let's do one, Regan. Let me see who you would you bring out because our next one gonna be he got Bino, right? He taking Bino. He said nobody could beat Bino, right? Is that what you think? But
it
guess
Bino
depends
got
on
some
who.
hits. It depends.
you know who he's losing to in the verses in the poll right now?
Who?
Bryson Tiller, my boy.
That's not. That's not.
That's not a
That's the two
comparison.
different.
That's not a
That's
that's a
two different type
mismatch.
of artists, bro.
Yeah, you got
That's
a
How's
featherweight
it a mismatch?
fighting a heavyweight. Like
How's
that's
it a
not fair.
mismatch?
You. They're two different
How's
type
it
of
a
That's
mismatch?
artists.
it's
They're two different
Bino.
type of artists.
It's
Like
Bino. So
Bino
I
who
not
don't
will
even
win?
think
Who will
big
win
a
yet.
lot
that?
of people outside
Wait.
of
Who will
LA
win
even know
that?
who Bino is.
Wait, who?
Right.
Oh, so who will win that?
Bryson.
Bryson will win that.
He was performing at the fucking BET Awards. Like, what do you mean?
So they.
That's
But that
no.
don't
That's
mean
what
that
I'm
I.
saying.
But what? Yeah. But I think that you can find a better like you
Oh,
can
JJ,
line him up
you
with
knew
somebody.
that? I didn't know he knew that. I didn't know you knew that.
Bro,
I
yeah, bro.
didn't know you knew that. Hey.
But yeah, Bino
I
got some
told you
hits
that,
though.
bro.
Oh yeah, what's the other one we got? Oh yeah, who you got for
You,
Young
and then you
Dolph? Who
said
you got for Young Dolph, bro? Who
Young
you got for
Dolph.
Young
Ooh,
Dolph?
that's a good one.
Who you got for Young
You pull out
Dolph?
a lot of niggas. You pull out a lot of niggas.
Oh, he got
That's
Dirt.
that's.
He said he
Oh,
gonna
I
pull
said
out
Lil
Dirt.
Durk. I
Oh
said
yeah.
Lil Durk. I said I got Lil
Oh
Durk.
yeah. He gonna wash. He gonna wash Dolph.
Nah, he
I
not gonna
fuck with
watch.
a little
He
bit
not
of
gonna
Dolph.
watch.
Yeah,
I got
He
Lil
not
Durk.
gonna
I think
watch.
Dirt got
Yeah,
that one.
I'm gonna line it up
That's
for you too, right?
If he
I
take
don't
wait.
it
have
Dolph,
serious,
everything lined up, right?
if
don't
he
play with
don't just
Dolph.
Yeah, I'm
click
gonna take
on
it
Hey Regan,
random,
serious.
you
No, I'm gonna
know,
take it serious. I'm gonna take it serious with Durk.
Regan, you know, right? Not to play with Dolph, right? You
I
know
know
not to
Dolph
play
is
with Young
cool.
Dolph,
Like
right?
Dolph
Dolph
is
is that
cool.
nigga. Don't play with Dolph, bro.
I feel like I feel like a better matchup would be YoungBoy versus Dirk, but I feel like Dolph is cool. I mean, I think it's still
Yeah,
if
well,
JJ take it serious, it should be just a
yeah, young boy.
barbecue. It should be a barbecue, but
Yeah, I'm
ain't no
taking it
telling.
serious. Can you help
But
judge
yeah,
it? Can you help judge it? Can you
yeah,
help judge
I
it? We
might
need
fuck
two
with y'all.
judges.
I might fuck. So, did y'all see what was going on with the Drake and the Kanye shit going on in the streets, or what's going on with that?
Man,
And like with the album, who album do you think gonna be better? Number one, let's ask
No
that
Drake.
question.
first.
Drake.
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 Drake, no question.
Yes, sir. I just
The
hope that
biggest
shit not
artist in the game.
super long. I hope that shit not one of those
Well,
like 20 song projects.
I
Like
hope it is.
Scorpion, even though WAP won't admit it,
Who's
that
Drake?
shit was underwhelming.
What?
Scorpion was underwhelming. That shit was not. That shit was
It
not it.
won a
That shit was
Grammy.
not
It
it.
won a Grammy,
So it's Drake. Drake wins Grammys and shit all
That's
the
because
time.
it's Drake.
Like
Yeah, I agree with you on
bro.
that one,
didn't
He
Regan.
don't
Macklemore
win.
win
He
a
don't win it. He don't
fucking
win a Grammy
Grammy?
everywhere. Drake for one. Drake don't win a Grammy every year for one. For two,
Almost.
I think when
That's
you look
debatable.
back and if you look back, you want to look at how long it was. But if you look at how many hits is on that motherfucker, you need to calm down. If you look at the amount of hits that was off that one album, you need to relax. Someone
The
underwhelming.
fir- the The
It
second
was a
half,
Uh,
the
solid
second half
album.
wasn't that
uh,
great.
yeah, the
The
second
Second
second half
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 was
and
quite
for
good.
it to be
the
that
whole
long,
first
for it
half
to
was
be that,
fire.
it could have been a classic if it wasn't super fucking long. Like that shit was like what 2 hours long, like
It was
or
two
3 hours.
discs,
Like I don't
bro.
need to hear Drake for 3 hours.
It
I'm
was
sorry, I don't
it
give a
was
fuck
two
about none of
discs.
that.
That's all.
I don't need to hear no nigga for 3 hours long.
But
Like
getting
I
back to the
feel you on
topic,
that.
Kanye and Drake have been dissing each other for years, and it's been going under the sub's been going under the rug. But now, after the pushes and all of that, and after the Kanye, see, it went under the rug. See, when Kanye
yeah,
and Kim got divorced, yeah, it went over y'all head, right? Y'all might not have known that Drake had nothing to do with it, right?
I didn't.
But
I still don't believe that.
it might not. It might have went over your head, bro. I just know somebody made a meme recently. I checked it out. That crept down the block, made a right, cut the lights.
Oh,
You know it's
You know who down the block, right?
that nigga do always be referencing.
And
Damn,
right
you didn't have
after
to put
that,
that out. I could have went the rest of my life without knowing that. Wow, I
right
could
after that,
have.
Kanye was hot. He said, "Bro, why y'all letting Travis Scott? Bro, why you letting Drake diss me on a song on your song? That's that same song." Kanye was ranting, "Bro, why you letting Drake diss me on a song?" See, now it went over everybody's head because Kanye was tripping and talking about slavery
But
was a choice and everything.
but he
So it went over y'all
why?
head.
But I think he
Yeah,
was
go
talking
ahead.
about more about the checks over stripes.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
that it went over
Drake is
your
now.
head,
Now
bro.
that hit me like Drake is
It went
always
over
talking
your
about
head.
honking twice at niggas, giving them the deuce at the Jenners and shit. So like they say at the
Well,
street, my pool bigger than
bro,
his, and all kind of shit like that. So it's like I think that Drake is like one of the well, if not top three, like just sneak dissing niggas.
subs.
Like and like he sneak
I
diss niggas so crazy,
all
bruh.
day,
Like this shit is crazy.
all day.
Like
and
I
I
if
think
wouldn't
if
I
it's
wouldn't
they're
put it past him.
if
So
they really
are they friends?
No,
who
absolutely not.
Because I
who
could have swore Drake said Drake and Kanye. Because I could have swore
frenemies.
Drake said something like, "I'm
He
gonna need
did. I
some
need
Yeezys or some
now look at
Yeezys."
this. Now
I
look
don't know
at
what he
this.
said. I can't remember.
Now look at this, Gary. I know exactly what you're talking about. Now look at this. Now you would think based on that you thought they was cool, right?
Right.
But he said, I need to link up with Yeezy. I need me some Jesus. But soon
There
as
you
I
go. There
start,
you go.
but wait, but soon as I start confessing my sins, he wouldn't believe me. What did you get from that, Gary? As soon as I start confessing my sins, he wouldn't believe me. Then all of a sudden, oh, Kanye and Kim get divorced. I'm not saying, that might have to do with anything, that might have tied
that
together.
I
But
think you're
how
reaching.
many, which one of
yeah, I
y'all
think
three would be shocked?
I
Who,
think
how
one that
many,
was
who
a
would be
you're
reach.
digging
shocked?
too. You're going too
Wait,
deep.
I'm just
I,
saying, who would be shocked if he hit Kim? I'm just asking you, who would be
I
shocked if
mean,
Drake hit Kim already in the
who
past?
hasn't
Who
hit
would be
Kim?
shocked?
I mean, right.
Who hasn't hit
I
Kim?
feel I feel if they really
Exactly.
beefing, Drake will get on a song with Ray J.
So you don't think
or
Or get
what?
or no, you know what he gonna do? He won't get on a song with Ray J. You know what he gonna do? He gonna get a sample, just like he did with J Lo.
He'll
And
get
that sneak this went
exactly.
over niggas' head so tough.
He gonna get a sample.
Like that shit
Drake
was
Cole.
so tough to me. Like this nigga got
Kanye
J Lo,
don't
and
want
then
this.
just
He playing.
Alex Rodriguez. Like he didn't even ask for that. Drake like on Teenage Fever, he said something about like, or like he said something about like he changed the number. You don't get the message. That shit was so crazy. I gotta look it up, but I was just like, bro, that shit is nuts.
Yeah, this shit was hard.
But yeah, Drake is definitely the king of subbing niggas.
He gonna,
So
hey, he don't. I hope
I
that he go. He hope he drop the same day as Kanye, so we can end him, and we can get on with our lives.
I think Kanye just gonna time it. Just whatever day he drop, I'm dropping. Like I think that's just his mindset on it.
I got a question for you too, because I know you heard about Kendrick dropping. So what do you feel now that Kendrick says he's about to drop and he's out of TDE? This is his last album. I want to know, Regan, because you was a big you kind of fuck with Kendrick.
Right.
So I
I
want to know
feel
personally how you feel about Kendrick dropping and everything.
I feel like Kendrick for sure. Like I feel like a lot of niggas give him like the top spot or like the top five
Damn.
rappers. I feel like he would have for me. I think he got to slide in my top 10 only strictly because
I agree.
of the catalog and like the consistency and like the like he just don't put out music. So it's just like I can't give a nigga the top five if you know what I'm saying if you don't ever put out music. You You know what I'm saying? Like you don't ever like. I can slide Drake or I can slide Jay-Z or Eminem or whatever, because them niggas got albums and they continue to put out music and all this other shit. And so it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to Kendrick, like he'll put some shit out once every 5 years, and it's just like
He
I
said he
can't.
got you,
Like
bro.
I get it. I get it. Like you got the bars. I get it. The impact of the album definitely shake the room. But it's just like I can't continue to keep being like, well, you the best. It's like because it's to me, it's a lot of shit that contribute to being the best. It's the numbers, it's the impact, it's the actually what the fuck are you saying? You know what I'm
And the
saying?
popularity.
The popularity, yeah, and then the bars. So it's just like, and I feel like if you can do that
He'll
on a consistent basis, then you'll be the best to me. Like if you can come out like, you know what I'm saying, every like Jay-Z was doing every summer, like Drake every summer type shit, and I'm just coming out bar, or J. Cole, or like he kind of got better at putting out more music, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying, niggas that actually was talking like they want to be the best, they actually put out music. So it's just like I can't
Watch this.
continue to.
Watch this. What? So you telling me? Because first of all, it's a little bit of. It just feel like you kind of hurt a little bit, and we all hurt as Kendrick fans. We all a little hurt. I just feel like your feelings is involved in this a little bit. Because if he come out and give me another hit, the last 2-3 albums is hits. Are they not classics? They're hits.
Yeah, I don't
If he
think
give you
I'm my
another
favorite
one,
to been for Butterfly, but I don't think he got the
it's right
acclaim or
back.
like
So he's right back in your top 3, top 5 as
nah
soon as he drops
nah.
another grind. Watch this. Now watch when he switch it up. Watch when he drop another hit, drop another classic. I'm not saying we not hurt. I'm not saying everything you not saying is valid, because it's very valid. Because that's why Drake is the king and not Kendrick. Because Drake he ain't never not on the radio. That nigga been on the radio for 15 years straight. So he's never not on the radio. But I'm just never not on the radio. So Kendrick, he got a lot to make up for. But I'm not gonna act like he can't do that and more and be right back in your heart. He'll be right back in your heart and a church.
Nah, I think it's too late, because I think Kendrick and all them other niggas they tipping on 35, 36. Like how old is Drake now?
Like
35.
33, 30,
Yeah, yeah.
33,
So it's just
34.
like, bro, you can't be out here 35 like rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Who
Like
can? Who
it's a
can?
young niggas. I mean, you can't really
Who
be out
can?
here rapping like
I
Jay
mean,
Z do it
That's
every
what
now and
Kanye
again.
44.
You can't
Rick
run rap
Ross,
at
bro.
35. I
Bro,
mean,
age
Drake
is
is
not
doing it.
affecting them. Age is not affecting them, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta cut
it
that
is.
out.
It's a young man's
Tom
game, my
Brady,
nigga.
Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl MVP, bro. Stop playing with me. Age is
Like I
not a
said,
factor no more, bro. Rick Ross is still a top 5 in the game. If we're
Oh,
going
my
off
phone
success
about to die.
right now, if we're going off features and we're going off of verses, you can't name 5 niggas in the game right now that could beat Ross in a
that's
verses.
tough.
So
That's
it
tough.
can't. That's what I'm saying. But
Didn't he
Rose
do a
is
versus?
still dropping. He
Didn't he do a
killed. He
versus
killed.
versus 2 Chainz?
Yeah, he killed. He killed 2 Chainz. Shit wasn't
Yeah.
close. He murdered him. His shit
Yeah,
wasn't
that
even
shit was
close.
crazy. Yeah,
He
that shit
murdered him.
wasn't fair. So it's not a lot of niggas that you can put up
Come
against.
on, bro. Drake. I know Drake went too far. He called the nigga the greatest ever. He doing too much. But he was doing too much. He said the greatest rapper alive. He doing too much. But anyway,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know
But
about that.
Rose's up there. Now Rose up there though.
What's your favorite Drake album?
Take
Because I
care.
feel like it varied for all of us.
Take care.
It's better to just go. It's better to just ask the second. Everybody gonna say take care. It's better to just ask the second favorite. That's the real question.
I'm not gonna say Take
Who's
Care.
your number
Mine
2?
is
Your favorite
What was
album?
your
mine
what
is Thank Me Later.
Oh god.
Thank Me Later.
Oh god. Oh god. Jesus Christ.
Thank Me
This
Later.
nigga's ridiculous,
That shit
bro. I
was
swear to
so
God,
tough.
bro.
You niggas would have recognized what
This
it
nigga's
was when
ridiculous.
it
That
did
shit
to the
didn't age.
streets.
It aged terribly.
No, you better
It's
go listen to
actually
that thing.
and
Fireworks and age right. Show me a good
it,
time. Quit playing with me.
those
Shut
are
it down.
your
Shut it
high school
down.
memories. Those are your high school memories that's never going anywhere. That's why that's always special to your heart. Cause that shit, your high school memories ain't going nowhere. That's everybody knows that was his weakest album. If you compare it to any other
No.
album, it gets beat by any other album. I say so far going over this shit. So you just
Mm,
ridiculous. That's all.
nah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
beat
because
any album.
overplayed, over it didn't age well.
It
No,
did
you
not
niggas
age
is
well at
tripping. What was
all.
it?
Over
Which one was it?
No, oh wait,
He was
wait,
like,
wait. Oprah is the only
that's
one
how
that
my
did
mom
age
met my
well.
pops, and now my garden is enormous. Like, what was that? That nigga was, oh my god,
Man.
miss me? What are you talking about? What are you niggas talking? What are we? What, you niggas
It
better
had
find your
it had
love. Which
5
song
hits.
didn't
I
age
could
good?
pull it.
Which song? Please tell me what song didn't
Man,
age good. Please tell me the song didn't age good. Please say
Yeah,
Over.
Midnight.
Find Your Love. Find
Please
Your
say
Love ain't
Fireworks.
aged that well.
Play CC's interlude. Please tell me.
CC's interlude didn't age
Light
well.
Up. Light Up didn't. Come on,
Light
Even
Up
quit
when
didn't
the
age.
playing.
sun goes down, that doesn't mean it's his best album, bro. What album is
Fancy
it
didn't
better than?
age good. Come on, quit playing.
Who?
Quit
You
So,
said who?
playing.
bro, we
I don't
okay,
know the
but
hog
okay,
tie people. Quit playing.
okay,
I didn't say everything didn't age good.
okay.
I'm just
Fancy.
saying
But wait,
like
I just
Atlanta
want to.
said
girls.
it's
Let
not
me
his
see them
best.
hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Quit playing,
Look,
man. Y'all
look,
niggas.
man. Now look. If you
You
want me to
niggas
pull up
got
the
it.
list, I just want you to tell me what is better than. Tell me the album that's
What
better
is?
than that right now.
All right, so let me rank them. All right, so that's
Yeah.
probably number one. I probably put Take. I feel like for me, it's a struggle between Take Care. Are we counting mixtapes? Like, are we counting everything?
I
Because
think you
if
kind of
you
have
reading this is
to. I
too
think you
late
have
was
to.
a moment. Like
I think you have to.
if
Yeah,
you're
I
reading
think
this
you
is
have
too
to
late
count it.
was a moment. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put
but
if you're
it's
reading this is too late. Reading this is too late is 2, and then Take Care is 3. Because if you
not.
reading this is too late, because you gotta think about if you reading this is too late, we was coming off a victory, my nigga, straight victory. We had just defeated Meek Mill, like
I
you know what I'm
mean, I
saying. I
feel
got
you on that.
energy. It was a lot of negativity coming on with that. I got enemies. I
Yeah,
got a lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying?
he ended everything after that. Once he
Like
killed
it
Meek
was a
Mill and
lot
then
of
he
niggas
dropped
coming
that,
for him at that
it
time.
was
Yeah, it was
over.
a lot of,
He
and he
took the
was
crown after that. He took
like,
the
and it's
crown.
just like, oh my
That's why it's
gosh, this
better.
nigga.
That's why it's better than fucking Thank Me Later. Cause Thank Me Later, he just introducing himself like, hey, I'm Drake, guys. Nice to meet you.
I'm Drizzy
I'm gonna
Drake
do this
Walker.
shit. I'm gonna do this shit till it's over. That's what it was to me. That's the album for me.
Over
It was
didn't
like
age good. Ain't that shit on 2K? Ain't that shit?
over. Look, I fuck with over, but it's not better than like I'm saying. You just named the top, the 2 and 3. You just named, and the 4 is better. What's your 4 like?
All right, so it's gonna go 4. I guess I can slide. I nothing was the same.
Man, you're gonna have to
Nothing
make
was the
me
same
have
with
to go
number
to.
4.
Man, dog. That's what I'm saying, bro. Nothing was the
So
same is
I guess
definitely
I gotta
4.
put, and then I could put. Then I'll put. What's next?
Views.
What's left?
You
Views,
Views.
got
Oh
bro.
views.
shit.
Views is you forgot about views. Views is like number 2, bro.
That's what I'm
Views was a
saying. It's
vibe.
tough. It's
Hey,
tough,
views was a
bro. It's
vibe.
These are all
it's tough.
albums, all better than
I'll
Thank Me
never
Later.
forget.
Thank you,
WAP was like views ain't
bro.
it. I
Views.
don't know if views. It was that initial like, because sometimes it take a while for it to hit you, and I feel like you heard views off the first rip, and you was just like,
That's
because I do that
exact.
shit too from with
Uh,
Drake. I was like,
I think
I think he
that was
might
a
have
different
missed.
album.
He might have missed. No, nigga, because we
And
was
then
in
you hear
mobile,
it go, and
and
you
you was
like,
like views. I was like turning 6
yeah, I think
upside down
so.
to 9. I'm not really fucking with it. I was like, nigga, you tripping. He talking about I'm about to be downtown whipping on the way to you. Come on, quit playing with him.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I think I had to hear it a couple more times.
You
And I
have to
was
sit
like,
with
yo,
that
this
one.
is
You
one of
have
the.
to sit with that
I
one.
was
Like
like, this is
this
one
is
of the
crazy.
best. Shits.
Just the controller with Popcorn was like, right? It was dominating in fucking the
Pop style
radio.
was on there. That shit was crazy.
My favorite.
Faithful, or one of my favorite Drake's Western Road flows. I hate when he get into that bag. Like we don't need
Bouncing
that.
shit.
Just talk to you.
Bouncing
He
shit
just
like
talk to
whoa.
you.
Bouncing shit like whoa.
Yeah,
This is not a fairy
we don't need
tale.
that.
I
We don't need
already
that.
know how you
I hate.
like it.
Why? How do you feel when Drake get into that Western Road flows bag? Like, cause Gary, know I hate it. Like, we don't need it. Like, you
Why?
don't need to
What are
talk
you talking
because we
about?
don't. We don't like,
What are
bro.
you
Like, we
talking
know.
about?
Cause it's
It's
a
too
we
deep.
know. You don't need to tell people. We know.
Don't
Like,
need
you
to
don't
tell
need to
people
tell. Yeah.
what.
Because when he
Those
get
one of
into
his
that
best
Western Road
ones.
flow, it's like let me get surgical. When Drake gets surgical, it's like we don't need it. We don't like.
Who
Oh, we
don't
didn't
need
got
it?
enough plastic surgery. We don't need it.
I need
We
it
don't need to
every
get into like.
time, dog. That's why
I
I'm
don't
glad you don't listen to fans. Cause I need that shit on every album.
like the
I
Western
did this
Road
shit for my
flows.
nigga
The
Rennie.
6 p.m.s in New York's. The
Bro, them
what else?
shits is
The night
hard.
was it 4 p.m. in Calabasas, where it's
Them
just like
shits
all I'm
is
doing is
them
just
shits is
getting
hard,
strictly
nigga. What's
surgical on niggas. It's a
shits is
couple of them.
hard, nigga. What is you talking about, bro? He be
Like
going
not
when he
Jodeci
do that. I
freestyle. That
love it.
one got a
That
little bit
30
of
for 30, that 30 for 30
that 30 for
freestyle, my
30. Like,
boy.
don't get surgical on me. Don't we
He
don't
get in
or
his
like a little
bag.
bit of
Yeah,
gold
he got
roses. A
to.
little bit of gold roses with Rick Ross. I'm like, don't get surgical on me. You getting too surgical.
He got to do
It's
one of
you
those.
talking
He
too
did do one
deep.
of them.
Nah,
Hey,
that's too
you
much.
know what it remind me of? My favorite one is probably it's my top 5 favorite songs, Drake songs of all time. He getting surgical. On Scorpion. Is there more?
Oh
Bury the
yeah,
black of the Jews. The boys back in the booth, ready to tap in the truth. Oh
I
my
can't.
God! Too many houses
I
by
can't.
my. Oh my
Or
God!
emotions. Emotions.
I guess my girl let that song, bro. Come on now. Even my girl in the car, like, I guess
Emotionless?
that's just emotion.
Oh yeah.
Motion.
Oh,
You talking about the
I
motion?
guess,
Yeah.
bro.
I
This
Yeah.
thought you was
nigga,
So
talking about
yeah, it's
emotion.
gonna be. Yeah.
everything he do,
Like I
bro,
said,
is a hit.
hopefully this Drake album, like I said, for him to put out, or y'all can tell me what y'all think, for him to put out a classic or another classic. But I feel like as long as it's not too long, and he got a good mix of like R&B in there, I feel like if he stick on that like cameras kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he'll be straight. What y'all want? Or y'all niggas want the rappy
I need
rap
all
like
of it.
Gold Roses?
He always give us both. He always make
Yeah.
sure we good. He always make sure we good. So he's gonna kill off Drake. And I hope Kanye does him. I hope to God. I hope he take the bait. Cause Drake has been baiting this nigga for a year. Like, I dare you, nigga. Nigga said, I dare you. I'm dissing you every time I come out. I'm hitting you on the block every time I get you on the switch. I'm taking you ISO. So please, I'm just begging Kanye to call him out on the ISO. Drake ISO him every time he come down the court. He called for a switch and ISO Kanye on every record. Like for the last year, he been ISO Kanye. Kanye ain't saying nothing
but
lately.
but like
Just
I
want him to
said,
do it one time.
and
Just
then we
Drake one
don't
time,
need that
bro.
because what
Do it
I
one
feel like
time.
something that I feel like I noticed like what Drake do is when he get into it or when he beefing with people is that like he'll go with a hype shit, he'll go with a hype record, and then he'll go with some surgical shit. Like he'll hit you with the, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then
I
like I feel
love
like
it.
Charged Up was supposed to be
Back to
something
back.
else.
I
Like
love
he'll
it.
hit you with the back to
I
back,
love
and then
it.
he'll hit you with the Charged Up. Like let me talk to you for real quick, little nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like yo, chill. Like we didn't need this like uncomfortable dad conversation. Like I know wear condoms. I get it. All right, like let
But
me go. Like
you didn't like too much because too much is one of the most. It's one of the most damn like you telling your whole
yeah,
snitched
that
on
one
the
is
whole family
cool.
just now.
When it's just
Like you
like
just snitched
when
on the
it's
whole
vague,
family.
when it's vague, you know what I'm saying? When he not going at somebody where it's like I know exactly who you talking to. Like you don't need to talk to them like this. Like it's cool. Like that one and what is the other one? When I backyard and was it? What would he say? He was like it's '09 in your backyard and I'm in love with Nevy. Who is that? Which one? Well, look what you done. Look
2K.
what you done.
That's a
Look what
masterpiece.
you
Like
done.
women are in love with that song. That's a masterpiece, bro.
Yeah.
I
So,
think we need to
but
state more about how many careers this man has put on, bro. If you think about it, now that I think about it, this man put on too much was Giveon, right? Was
no,
Giveon?
no. Chicago
Yeah, that
freestyle.
was. Oh, that was Giveon. What was Oh, too
Yeah.
much was another dude.
He put.
Too much was another dude. He put that dude on.
Oh yeah, Sanfa.
Yes, yeah, he put him
Sanford, he
on.
put on
Then
Party Next Door.
City Girls was
They're not
on
gonna
his
really talk
track.
about it because it's so far.
City
But he
Girls
put
was
on the
on In My
weekend with
Feelings.
the Crew Love.
City Girls was on In My Feelings before they even dropped their album or dropped any of that shit. His
Hmm.
shit was out
He put a
first.
lot of niggas on. I love.
How the
It's a lot of
network.
niggas that he put on that came
Yeah,
and
JT
went
was in
too.
drill. And
That had a run.
Block Boy still ain't shit, but he can still go to clubs and play his shit with Drake.
I love
Block Boy
McConan.
still is weak. He can still
I
play.
remember P Rain had a little moment. Who else?
Bro, I'm saying he put so many
DNF.
niggas on. Tuesday is niggas only know marketing. What's this nigga name? I love marketing.
I love
That's the
McConan.
only
McConan.
reason. Bro, you only know his name because of Drake, bro. He could
It's a lot of
still
niggas.
he could still do shows.
Lil Baby didn't take off until he hopped on that shit with Drake, or
Man,
like
hopped
until
on
that
shit
shit took
with
off.
Drake. That nigga took off straight to the top.
Yeah,
Nigga
straight to
puts
the
everybody
T.O.
on, bro. He got assists. Yeah,
He kind
Yeah,
of put
he
Dirk
got a
on,
bunch
to be
of assists.
honest.
leave
He
the
kind of
leading
put Dirk
star, man.
on.
But look at my assists.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say he put Dirk on, but he definitely put him in that mainstream. Like with Lil
Yeah.
Baby. Like I think Lil Baby was trajectory was cool, but then he just gave that nigga like a speed. Like oh shit.
Yeah,
Like
speed
god
push.
damn.
Dirk is mainstream now. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
mainstream now.
Because
He wasn't mainstream like that before this hit.
Dirk couldn't break out.
Yeah.
Now he's mainstream. Even Draco got arrested today, but Draco got a
Who?
song with Drake, so he gonna get out.
Soldier Boy got arrested today.
No,
No,
Draco the ruler.
Draco got
Oh yeah,
arrested
yeah, yeah, yeah.
today,
Oh,
but he
again?
got a
What
song
the
with
fuck?
Drake, so he
He
gonna
got
get
arrested
Yeah,
out.
in
he
the
do got.
Uber.
All
Yeah,
he got to
that
do
one
is
never
call
took
Drake.
off. Yeah, that one never really took off as much as I thought it was.
He
I was like,
kept
oh
he
man, he
he
got one
kept
with
the
Draco.
game. He kept the game career afloat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
whenever
real with
game
you.
really,
100.
whenever game
He
needed
go
one,
call Drake.
like, hey, I
He
need one. Or who else?
fucking
Who else? He did YG like that.
Rick Ross was falling off before Drake, nigga. Rick Ross was
Yeah,
falling off. Then he called
he is
Drake.
DJ Khaled. He is DJ
Oh my
Khaled's career.
god. And he put, man, 2 Chainz got hit. I'm like, these niggas. 2 Chainz album was a hit because of
Yeah,
that
he
shit.
put on ASAP
Dog, Drake
Rocky.
got
That shit
so
is
much.
crazy.
Drake is so responsible for so much of the game, nigga. So responsible for so much of the game. That's why can't nobody say shit about Drake. 'Cause, like, not only he everywhere on the charts on the radio every fucking day. Like, you just can't say nothing with Drake. He a cheat
But
code.
I think a little bit of it too is strategic. Like a lot of people try to call him a culture vulture, but I think a little bit of it is strategic to stay relevant too. Like realizing, like, okay, like this nigga about to take off. Let me
Exactly.
do something with him to help him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he
He
wrong for that necessarily, but
he took
you know
all
what I'm
those
saying?
he took all of the songs that they gave to him to try to make their sides hot, and it just made him hotter. That's why he the top of the
Yeah.
top of the game.
And I don't think that they realize that, like, oh shit, if Drake, because like I imagine if you a broke rapper or whatever, and you like, oh, Drake want to do a song with me, fuck yeah, like nigga, we on. So it's just like you're not really even looking at like I'm helping this nigga like for a whole nother
That
summer.
nigga is cheat
Like,
code. That nigga's a
every
cheat
song,
code,
every
bro.
song sounds like Drake featuring Drake.
and then he diss you on. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We don't need it because he'll help niggas and then sub them to death. And it's just like, don't do that. Like you don't get surgical. We don't
Oh
need. That's what I'm
man,
saying. Because how you gonna help these niggas'
bro.
careers and then
Every
be like, oh,
song.
every song sound like Drake feature? Because I would be upset if I love
No, but
McConan at home. I'm like, what the
he
fuck he
talking about
mean?
he talking about
What you
himself
mean?
though.
Every song sound like Drake featuring
He talking
Drake.
about himself as well because on some songs he's singing and shit. You don't even know that
Yeah.
Drake because the nigga singing. Before
Nah,
you knew
that's
Drake
not,
was. No, I'm
he
saying
said
before
everybody
you
trying to
knew
sound like him. It
before
sound like
yeah, that's
Drake
what I'm
featuring
saying. Before
Drake.
you knew who Drake was, you feel me? Everybody was doing Drake style singing and they were doing his style rapping. So they were doing his style on both. That's why everything sounded like Drake featuring Drake. They trying to sing like him and they trying
That's
to rap like this nigga.
that's some smart shit though by Drake because I do remember that like on a 0 to 100 like catch up. That's like right when the time was like he's like I had to switch with the flow again on you niggas. But it's just like I remember that like for a while like a lot of niggas was just trying to do whatever he was doing and then he just sat back like okay all these niggas trying to do what I'm doing. So what
Let me
I'm gonna
switch it
do is
up.
just start doing songs with these niggas and then use these niggas. So it's like damn like that's crazy.
Switched it all
Cause
up.
not
That's
all
why
yeah
if you're reading this,
that
yeah,
shit
if
is
you're reading
nuts.
this, it's
That shit
hard.
is but yeah,
Yeah,
shit like
man.
that to me, like I said, put him in my top five. And so that's what I'm saying. With Kendrick, I can't do it just because you go away in a cave for 5 years and you pop out like, hey, I'm out. But like, even though the
So
shit's fire, you got
y'all
the
know
impact.
Drake. So we already know Drake can beat Kanye in the verses. You already know that. But some
Yeah.
niggas don't know that.
For sure.
Some niggas
It
just
depends on, like I said, I feel like with verses, it just depends on who taking it serious or not,
who y'all want to
really,
put in the
in
verses?
my
Yeah,
opinion.
who you want to put in the verses with Kanye? Who's the matchup with Kanye?
A producer, Kirk Franklin. No, just playing.
Uh, I think I think 50
I
be
feel
good
like,
for it, but 50 be good, but I
nah.
don't know. I think 50 take
For
a L.
20, for 20, for 20, for
I mean,
20
it don't matter
songs.
how many, 15, how many, however you want to do it. Because Kanye, I
Ooh,
mean, they
yeah.
both got 50.
I'm just thinking of somebody who got a strong 20, like just 20 of them. Like boop, 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 boop,
50,
boop.
dude? Don't 50?
Nah,
50,
50 he got like
50 got 20
What?
15.
songs.
He got a
He
strong
got a strong 15.
15,
Yeah,
but
he
I
got a
don't know
strong
what Kanye would
15.
play after
Oh,
Mini Man.
what?
Like, I don't have no idea. Like, I would hate to go up against Mini Man to be on the other side of that.
Kanye
But
got hits, bro. He could bring it out.
who the fuck?
I want you to. I mean, I want you to bring out a dude though, so I can kill you in the verses. I'm gonna beat anybody in the verses. Just tell me who you
I
got in the versus anybody in the verses. Who you got? And I'm gonna bring them out.
all right.
What do you mean?
He
Pick
just said
somebody
just
who
bring somebody.
an
Yeah,
artist
pick
that
up
you
your
love, and
team.
you like he
Yeah,
can beat anybody in the verses. I definitely
that
got
that
somebody
got a
for you.
catalog.
I
Who
definitely
could
got
be?
somebody for you. Anybody you want, Gary?
Could be who?
But you gotta match him
But
up.
I'm
You gotta get
saying,
him with the same weight class.
who do you have as an artist besides Drake? That's like I can take him in a verses and I'm not losing. It don't matter who you bring. Who you got in a verses? You feel me? That you gonna bring out?
Versus Kanye.
No, I'm talking about no versus
Versus
anybody.
just
I'm
in
talking about
general.
if we did a versus, who you got?
Mm.
Who the guy you like? Man, I'm gonna bring him out and you not beating this nigga.
Oh shit.
And you like, yeah, you
I'm
not
a
beating
well
this nigga.
if I'm gonna do some Mayweather shit. So since WAP calling me out to fight, I'm gonna do some Mayweather shit. So I'm gonna wait till you out of your prime and then, but I'm gonna take him out of his element. Like I'm gonna get him on deep. I'm gonna get him. Now he gotta
Stop.
play
Who you
defense,
got?
but
Who you got?
On the
I'm gonna
I'm
have to
defensive
saying
dig
who
in.
you got.
I'm gonna have to get into that. Like I'm thinking I might have to get into that R&B bag, and he gonna have to match up with me. And so I think that if I bust
Mm,
out, I feel like if I bust out Donnell Jones, you wouldn't have nobody to match up.
mm. That's strong, but that's easy though. First of all, Dono
You
don't got
think
a
you
lot of
could?
hits like that, bro. He don't
Yeah,
got a lot of
you
hits
think?
like
So
that.
you
He got
think?
about 3 4. I know he got because
So you think?
I'm a Donnell Jones fan. But if
So
so,
you think?
because you want me to, because you definitely want me to not mention to do that big. You don't want me to do a genuine. So I already know you don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna throw
Yeah,
no
that's
genuine or no shit like that because that's too easy. So I would probably. That's what I'm saying. Like, how many hits
Go
you
go
think
with
Donnell?
112.
Nah, but I'm saying how many hits you think Donnell got? Like,
no.
because if I
Donnell got some.
because I could kill you, dude. I could kill you with Joe and just kill you off. Like
We
I
could
could just
definitely do
murder
that.
you,
Cause I knew he was
bro.
gonna
It
say
just
that.
wouldn't be
So you know what I'm saying? I
close,
had to
bro.
Mayweather him
Nah,
and just
but
get
I'm
him in there.
saying I
That's where I
could
want you
bring
to
a lot
throw.
of niggas for. I could bring a lot of niggas for Donnell low key, bro. Like I could get in my bag, like Donnell's not like I could throw a Maxwell and just murder him, like. You gotta
So
bring somebody stronger than Donnell, cause Maxwell will
so we
murder
can
him.
do. We can do. We can do. We can do. We can do Donnell, or we can do. I can bring Nate Dogg. I double
Oh,
dog.
Nate Dogg.
I
Now Nate Dogg is gonna be some shit. He gonna be some shit, but I feel like yeah, I had to think about it for Nate Dogg because he's
yeah.
also passed away. So I gotta take that into account. Like you gotta be respectful of Nate Dogg, like somebody that's also in his era. You know, like
No, you ain't gotta do
yeah,
somebody
that'd
in
be
his
a hit.
area. Just somebody that you think that you could. Who you think you could?
But
Who
it's
you
got
think you could bring?
when you matching up,
Yeah,
it
it
gotta
gotta
kind
be
of be in
somebody
his
in this
era.
era.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
all right.
I can't bring
You
nobody
can't
from
play like
now. I
no
can't.
other. You
Yeah.
can't play like
You can't
no
bring
young
Ty
boy.
Dolla. You can't bring
Nah,
Ty Dolla
Yeah, that
sign.
would be disrespectful. Yeah, that's disrespectful. Like, it's like how you
you gotta
matching
be
him up
somebody at that time
in his
because it's
time? Yeah,
hard.
Nate Dogg. Yeah, I had
Nate
to
Dogg
think
But
is
about
yeah,
that.
that's their
we'll
hooks.
get back to it, man. We gonna hit y'all back with the verses and the results. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up
Shoo.
for this
Yeah,
episode right
bro.
here. All right, we'll catch y'all next week. Hopefully, we can do something midweek. I don't know when the preseason start. When do the preseason start? Y'all know in October.
Early October.
All right. So if any, I don't know if any free agency moves happen or whatever, y'all fuck around trade Westbrook again or something. We'll be back. You know what I'm saying in the middle of the week for an emergency episode for sure. But all right, we gonna be out.
All right, catch you later,
All right.
bro.